Are you struggling to find the file size of a document in Google Drive using the API? You're not alone. Many developers face this challenge, and today, we're going to solve it together. I totally get it. You expect to retrieve all the necessary metadata, including file size, but it just doesn't show up. It's frustrating when the documentation seems clear, yet the results are not what you expect. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user asked, "How can I check the file size of a file uploaded to Google Drive using the API?" They shared their code snippet, but the file size was missing from the metadata. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what could be going wrong? The Google Drive API does provide file metadata, but sometimes the file size might not be included in the response due to the way the request is structured. Let's break it down step by step. And stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only know how to retrieve the file size, but also gain some extra tips to enhance your API usage. To retrieve the file size from Google Drive, the user needs to ensure they are requesting the correct fields in their API call. Specifically, they should include the size field in their request. Next, the user should check the response from the API call. The file size will be included in the response if the request was successful and the correct fields were specified. If the user still does not see the file size, they should verify that the file actually exists and that they have the necessary permissions to access its metadata. Finally, if everything is set up correctly, the user can print the file size to the console. This will confirm that they have successfully retrieved the information. Fun fact, did you know that the first file storage systems were as simple as a box of index cards? We've come a long way since then, but sometimes it feels like we're back to square one with tech issues. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user suggests that you may be missing the fields query parameter when retrieving file metadata. This parameter allows for a partial response, which can enhance API call performance. They also note that in the newer v3 APIs, the default response includes fewer attributes compared to the v2 APIs. To get all attributes, simply pass fields equals stro in your request. Now, let's see a response from a different user. An alternative approach to retrieve the file size from Google Drive is to specify the field parameter. By passing size within the fields argument, you can successfully get the file size. Here's a pro tip. Always check the API documentation for the latest updates on fields and parameters. This can save you a lot of time and headaches in the future. And there you have it. You should now be able to retrieve the file size from Google Drive using the API. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on using APIs effectively.